What's going on, guys? Hi, hello, how are you? And welcome to the Monday Mindset video series with your host, Megan Savage. Whether it's with trading, entrepreneurship, my health and wellness journey, whatever it is, I always get asked, Megan, how do you do blank? And I realize no matter what aspect of it is within life, it has to do with mindset. Anytime I was doing great in any aspect of my life, it had to do with the fact that I was really focusing on my mindset. So I decided every Monday at 8 p.m. EST, I'm going to release these videos for you guys to help you guys tackle different aspects of your mind. The first video is going to be heavily focused on trading. One of the first things you should know if you're a beginner in the trading space, or if you've been in the trading space for a while and just haven't hit profitability yet, is only 5% is actual tactical stuff. Things you can learn. That's like the fundamentals, how to use TradingView, what brokers to use, that kind of stuff. Maybe another 5% could be your actual strategy. But 90% of what makes a literal successful trader is their mindset. How do they view things? I want these weekly videos to be short and sweet because I know you guys probably had a hard day at work, but just like how you shouldn't skip the gym, I don't want you to skip on fueling your mind. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna give you guys the 3 tips in mastering your mind when it comes to trading. The first tip I call focus on zooming out. It is very easy to get a lot of anxiety when you see the numbers on your chart going up and down. And I'm talking you're winning $10, you're losing $50, you're winning $100, you're losing $200. And don't let anyone try to shame you for whatever account size that you have. When you're new to the trading space, you can have a $100 account size or even a $50 account size, and maybe you're losing $5 or $10. It can be overwhelming in the beginning. You need to learn how to start handling this right away, because when you start handling bigger account sizes like 50K or plus, when you see it go from $600 down to $1,000 up to whatever it is, it can get anxiety ridden. I want to let you know it is normal to have a bad day. It's normal to have a bad few days. It's even normal to have a bad month. Don't let people on social media make you feel like, oh, because I had a bad losing week, you're a shit trader. Remember that social media is like full of trolls, and these people that are criticizing you probably have no ambition and no idea what actually to do. A side note is, remember that criticism is a good thing, but only if it's provided with a solution, not just negativity. So you don't need to listen to people online that don't have the life that you want to live. Regardless, let's get back to the point. Let's just pretend you had a bad month, or maybe even a bad 2 months. Obviously try to analyze what you did wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, if I told you at the end of the year that you still ended with like a 600% return overall, would you be upset? No, exactly. So don't let those few bad months stop you from seeing the actual results that I know you're meant to have. So another tip with actually zooming out and getting a bird's eye view of the situation is, remember to not focus on dollars, focus on percentage. Because for example, with trading, like I said, you could have a bad month and then literally the next month, one trade, if your risk management is on point, one trade could actually beat your entirety of the last month. I'm telling you, this happens more often than not, and people just don't like to talk about it. Of course, this depends on your risk management and your strategy, but at the end of the day, numbers will never lie to you. It's like that TikTok that I just saw of someone pouring a little bit of their drink by accident, so they went and just poured the rest out. Don't let that happen with your trading journey. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a background on my trading journey so far. I've been in the trading space for about 5 years now. What I tell people is only 3, because the first 2 years of my trading journey was absolutely chaotic. I was doing it all by myself. I was learning everything on YouTube, and trust me, I love that YouTube has so much free information. But let's not forget there's many different learning styles, and there's such thing as too much information. If you are new to the space, please hear what I'm saying. There are no right or wrong ways to trade, but different strategies do conflict with one another. This could make things harder to learn if you don't have somebody to actually ask questions to and help you just clear out all the noise. I was extremely overwhelmed in my first little bit, which is why I actually sought out help. So regardless if you're doing this thing alone or if you're doing this thing with a group, just make sure that you do not give up. Another reason why I'm making these videos, because I want to make sure I can help you guys as much as possible about the things that are actually important, like your mind. This leads me to my second point: trust your strategy. Too many times do I see people try out their strategy and they have a bad week, so then they hop to another strategy, and then they win a little bit and hop to another strategy because it stopped working after a few days. Guys, give yourself some time to actually perfect it. It's like the quote that I heard from Bruce Lee. He doesn't fear the guy who knows a billion kicks. He fears the guys who knows one kick and does it a billion times. Because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It doesn't matter the strategy that you trade, because any good, excellent trader can take any strategy and perfect it. He can make money off this because why? Trading is about your psychology and your risk management. As a trader, you're a professional risk manager. That's all you are. Because any good trader knows that you might have bad losing streaks, but it doesn't matter because one good trade or even two good trades can actually wipe out all your losses if you were doing your risk management right. So stop stressing about, oh, well, I need to know this strategy, or I need to know all the information before I can start. No, pick one strategy that works for you, test it for at least 2 to 3 months. Like actually put the effort and time into learning it. And if it doesn't feel right with you, then move on. For example, there are a billion different indicators. I don't even trade with indicators. I don't like that feeling. But there are traders out there that they're like, hey, I fall in love with this instrument. This is what I like to trade. And that's great. No hate. Go do your thing. Do whatever works for you. There is so much money to be made in the markets. Stop stressing and just do you. The point is data collection, okay? Let's just pretend there's a drug company and they only tested this drug on 10 people. You're probably not going to trust it. They need to test it on a lot of people so they can get data and analysis so they can make the correct decisions or adjustments. That is what you are doing right now. You need to treat your strategy like your friend. If you gave up on your friend after a week of maybe, I don't know, some fights or whatever, you guys obviously weren't that good. Which leads me to my last point, which is know when to take a day off. This is extremely important, guys, because I want you to think of it like the gym, okay? Obviously, there's pushing yourself to the limit, but what happens if you go to the gym when you are obviously fatigued, your body needs to rest? Like what happens? You end up hurting yourself and then you have to take longer time off the gym because you need to heal from all the damage that you've done. Stop buying all these funded accounts or blowing all your live accounts or whatever because you are just not there mentally. You hear a lot in the trading space that you need to be emotionless when it comes to trading. And that's 100% true. However, that doesn't mean you can't have emotions. Let me explain. Let's say you had a bad day at work, okay? Let's say you're getting into a fight with your spouse, or even worse, you guys break up or something awful happens. Obviously, stay off the charts. Don't just not allow yourself to feel emotions because those will eventually bottle up and you'll take it out on your bank account. Or let's say you have a couple days where you keep getting red days. Maybe take some time off the charts, back test a little bit, maybe. Just, you don't need to trade all the time. Your goal is to make money, but also learn how to keep it. There is no shame in taking a day off. Because I see this time and time again where people don't take time off, they lose a lot of money, and what do? They use their emotions of losing that money to then blow more money. No one likes a revenge trader. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me what I use to actually record my trades and my data, and I actually love using TradeZella. I'm not an affiliate for them or anything, I wish I was, but if you guys want to access it, it is a paid program, but I'll actually include the link of it below in the description. The last thing I'll say, guys, is I'll tell you a little story I was telling to my student the other day. A lot of people will ask successful people, how did you achieve such massive success? And a lot of the times they'll say something to do with their mindset, perspective, maybe it's a habit that they're building. And most of the time people get frustrated because it's something super little, super doable, and maybe they've heard it before. But remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. And because of this, a lot of people don't do these things because they think, oh, how could simply tracking my trades change this? Or how could going to bed at a certain time or looking at things differently change this? I know sometimes it's cheesy, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you found any value from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions that you guys have regarding anything or any topics you want me to cover, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, you're savage, not average.